Did you ever wonder what really happened behind the glimmering curtains of Hollywood's golden age? The red carpets, the dazzling premieres, the glamorous movie stars, everything was perfect on screen. But behind the cameras, the reality was far wilder. Some stars didn't just flirt with fame, they crossed every boundary imaginable. Some names might shock you, others may surprise you, but the truth is darker, more provocative, and infinitely more fascinating than the silver screen ever showed. In this video, we dive deep into the lives of Hollywood legends whose desires, relationships, and personal choices challenged the limits of their time and left a lasting mark on the history of Tinseltown. 1. Joan Crawford, Ambition, Power, and Passion. Joan Crawford is remembered as one of the most formidable actresses of Hollywood's golden age. But alongside her stellar performances, there was a layer of her life shrouded in secrecy and speculation. Born Lucille Fay LeSueur in 1904, Crawford rose from modest beginnings to become an MGM icon, known for her fierce dedication and uncompromising ambition. What many historians and Hollywood insiders have revealed is that Crawford's path to stardom was often intertwined with her relationships, both personal and professional. Crawford's 4 marriages are widely documented, but it was the whispered rumors about her affairs with men and women that added to her mystique. Behind closed doors, it was suggested that she formed alliances and relationships with influential figures, including MGM head Louis B. Mayer, to secure roles and influence in the studio. She was also rumored to have had liaisons with prominent women, including Barbara Stanwyck and, more speculatively, Marilyn Monroe. Crawford's sexuality was frequently described as voracious. Sources claim she used her charm and allure both as a tool for advancement and as a means of personal pleasure, a rare admission in an era when discretion was expected. Her public image as a powerful, independent, and sometimes domineering woman only heightened the fascination with her private life. Crawford's ability to navigate the intersection of ambition, sexuality, and public perception helped cement her reputation as one of Hollywood's most enduring, complex, and controversial figures. 2. Ava Gardner, Lust, Passion, and the Untamed Spirit. Ava Gardner's name is synonymous with beauty and charisma, but her life off-screen was equally legendary. Born in 1922 in Grabtown, North Carolina, Gardner's small-town origins contrasted sharply with the glamorous life she embraced in Hollywood. She was known not only for her stunning looks, but for her unbridled appetite for adventure, love, and romance. Gardner's relationships were intense and often scandalous. Her marriage and later highly publicized affairs with Frank Sinatra were emblematic of her passionate approach to life. The couple's fiery arguments and reconciliations were legendary, capturing the public's imagination and making them Hollywood icons of desire and conflict. Gardner herself openly expressed her desires. One quote attributed to her states, "I like my whiskey old and my men young," reflecting both her humor and her bold personality. Her time in Spain, involving affairs with bullfighters, demonstrated her thrill-seeking nature and willingness to embrace danger alongside passion. She also captivated figures like Howard Hughes and Ernest Hemingway, who admired her spirit and independence. Gardner defied conventional expectations of women in the 1940s and 1950s, becoming a symbol of sexual liberation at a time when such behavior was often harshly judged. 3. Lana Turner, Glamour, Danger, and Forbidden Love. Lana Turner's image as a Hollywood starlet often masked the turbulent reality of her personal life. Born in 1921 in Wallace, Idaho, Turner rose to fame as one of MGM's brightest stars. Yet her off-screen life became the subject of constant scrutiny, particularly her relationship with mobster Johnny Stompanato. Stompanato's ties to organized crime brought a dangerous edge to their relationship. He was reportedly physically abusive, and their passionate but volatile connection ended tragically when Turner's daughter, Cheryl Crane, fatally stabbed him in an act of protection. This incident was splashed across newspapers, reinforcing Turner's image as a woman entwined in scandal and passion. Turner married 7 times, often to younger men, and her affairs provided fodder for Hollywood gossip columns. While tabloids branded her a nymphomaniac, deeper exploration of her life suggests that her choices were often influenced by emotional needs, seeking love and protection in a harsh, image-driven industry. Her story remains a stark illustration of the interplay between glamour, danger, and desire in Hollywood. 4. Tallulah Bankhead, Wild Parties and Open Desire. Tallulah Bankhead, born in 1902 in Huntsville, Alabama, was one of Hollywood's most unapologetic figures. Unlike her contemporaries, Bankhead did not attempt to hide her sexual identity or her promiscuity. Known for her vivacious personality, she threw wild parties that became legendary in Hollywood circles, where alcohol, drugs, and sexual experimentation were commonplace. Bankhead had lovers of both genders, including rumored relationships with Greta Garbo and Marlene Dietrich. She did not conform to societal expectations of women, openly embracing her desires in a time when female sexuality was heavily policed. Bankhead's lifestyle, combined with her talent and charisma, solidified her reputation as both dangerous and fascinating. She became emblematic of the rebellion against Hollywood's conservative moral codes, living boldly while captivating audiences and gossip columns alike. 5. Marilyn Monroe, sex symbol and tragic icon. No discussion of Hollywood sexuality would be complete without Marilyn Monroe. Born Norma Jean Mortensen in 1926, Monroe's persona was meticulously crafted by Hollywood studios to embody the ultimate sex symbol. Yet behind the breathy voice, platinum hair, and sultry gaze was a woman seeking emotional connection and validation. Monroe's rumored affairs, including the highly publicized liaison with President John F. Kennedy, added layers to her public image. Her marriages to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller, alongside other high-profile relationships, often reflected a pattern of tumult and self-destruction. Monroe's sexuality was inseparable from her identity. It was both a source of immense power and deep vulnerability. Her need for attention, paired with her iconic beauty, contributed to the myth of the tragic nymphomaniac, a woman whose desires both propelled and tormented her. 6. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling playboy. Errol Flynn, born in 1909 in Australia, is remembered for his dashing roles in adventure films, yet his off-screen life was equally adventurous. Known for a love of younger women, he faced a statutory rape trial in 1942, though he was acquitted. The scandal, however, solidified his reputation as a reckless playboy. Flynn's lifestyle included extravagant parties at his Malibu estate, now famous for its wild orgies, alcohol, and drug use. He openly bragged about his sexual exploits, and the phrase "in like Flynn" became synonymous with sexual success. His hedonistic tendencies, charm, and daring roles made him one of Hollywood's most infamous sexual adventurers. Vivian, Elizabeth Taylor, passion, obsession, and the public eye. Elizabeth Taylor's romantic life was as legendary as her acting career. Born in 1932 in London, Taylor was married 8 times to 7 men, her most famous relationship being with Richard Burton. Their affair, beginning on the set of Cleopatra, captivated the world. Both married to others at the time, their passionate, jealous, and sexually charged connection played out publicly. Taylor's other affairs, including with celebrity heirs and fellow actors, only reinforced her reputation for living fully in love and desire. Her multiple marriages and legendary romances positioned her as one of Hollywood's most famous figures of sexual liberation, blending scandal with immense talent. 8. Vivien Leigh, beauty, madness, and desire. Vivien Leigh's life illustrates the complex intersection of sexuality and mental health. Born in 1913 in India, Leigh became an international star with Gone with the Wind and a streetcar named Desire. Her marriage to Laurence Olivier began as an affair while both were married to others. Lee's bipolar disorder led to periods of sexual promiscuity and impulsive affairs outside her marriage. Lee's personal struggles, combined with her alluring beauty and undeniable charisma, heightened her mythic status in Hollywood. Her story serves as a cautionary tale of talent, desire, and vulnerability intertwined. 9. Hedy Lamarr, Intellect and Seduction. Hedy Lamarr, born Hedwig. Eva Maria Kiesler, in 1914 in Austria, was not only a Hollywood actress, but also an inventor who contributed to early technologies that would become modern Wi-Fi. Yet her public image often focused on her sexuality. Her nude scenes in the 1933 film Ecstasy shocked audiences, marking her as one of the most daring actresses of her time. Off-screen, Lamarr's life included 6 marriages and numerous affairs with powerful men. Known for attending Hollywood parties where sexual experimentation was routine, her allure combined beauty, intellect, and sexual liberation, a potent mix that dominated public perception. 10. Ingrid Bergman, International Scandal. Ingrid Bergman, born in 1915 in Stockholm, Sweden, was famed for her wholesome on-screen persona, yet her personal life sparked international controversy. Her affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini in the late 1940s, resulting in a child born out of wedlock, caused outrage in the United States. Bergman's choices challenged societal norms and provoked puritanical backlash, including denunciations in the U.S. Senate. Despite being less promiscuous than some peers, this act of defiance cemented her reputation as a woman unafraid to pursue her desires, even at significant personal cost. 11. Joan Blondell, Independence and Charm. Joan Blondell, born in 1906, embodied the street-smart, sultry characters of early Hollywood. Her personal life was as lively as her on-screen roles. Married 3 times, with numerous affairs, Blondell openly embraced her sexuality. In an industry dominated by men, her wit, charm, and sexual independence set her apart. Blondell's life reflected the tension between personal freedom and professional expectation, earning her a reputation as a liberated woman ahead of her time. 12. Veronica Lake, Seduction and Tragedy. Veronica Lake, born in 1922, captivated audiences with her peekaboo hairstyle and sultry screen presence. Yet her off-screen life mirrored the turbulence of her roles. Multiple failed marriages and struggles with alcoholism contributed to her reputation as a self-destructive figure. Lake's affairs with powerful men and her decline in Hollywood highlighted the perils of fame intertwined with sexual allure, offering a tragic perspective on the costs of stardom. The golden age of Hollywood was not just about movies, glamour, and red carpets. It was about lives lived boldly, sometimes recklessly, in the public eye. From Joan Crawford's strategic relationships to Marilyn Monroe's tragic quest for connection, from Errol Flynn's legendary exploits to Ingrid Bergman's defiance of societal norms. These stars reshaped cultural perceptions of desire, power, and scandal. Their stories remind us that behind the polished images were real humans navigating passion, ambition, and sometimes personal demons. Hollywood's legacy of sex, scandal, and celebrity is as complex as the actors who created it, and it continues to fascinate generations to this day.